Smartnet offers several different license types. You can have a statewide license, a regional license, which could be multiple states, or a nationwide license. To determine the appropriate configuration for the area in which you're working, you would need to use your username and password to log into the website, and then go to Resources, Connection, and Configuration Information. You would supply your rover manufacturer, your model, the area in which you're going to work. I'm going to choose North Carolina, and then I need to answer the question, does my device support domain names? Most new devices support domain names. Some softwares will require you to use an IP address. So if you need an IP address, select no. If a domain name will suffice, select yes, and then press Get Connection Info. And in this case, it shows me that my port is 10,000. My server address that I'm going to use is nc.smartnetna.com, and for full GNSS coverage, I'm going to use the mount point of MSM_IMAX. That I've determined that the RTN settings for the new area that I'm going to be working, I need to update those settings on my rover. I'm here in Leica Captivate, and I am ready to do the update. One of the things, if you have a license that spans several regions, all you'll really need to do is change the domain name and make sure that your network settings are correct for the area that you're going to be working. So we can do that by clicking on the cell phone symbol here at the top of the screen and going to Server and Mount Point. And here you see I've got Virginia Smartnet set up. I'm going to be working in North Carolina, so I need to add that server or switch to that server. So what I will do is click the arrow to the right. I don't have the North Carolina Smartnet set up, but what I'll do is I'll highlight Virginia Smartnet because that has my username and password. And if I highlight that and press New, I can type in a server name, so I'll type in NC Smartnet. And as we noticed from the website, we'll put in the domain name, that's nc.smartnetna.com, and we'll put in our port, and we'll check our ntrip, and our ntrip brought over our username and password from the Virginia setting. In this case, I have an enterprise license, which allows me to work nationwide, and it carried across my ntrip user ID and password. So if this is all complete and correct, I'll press Store. I'll press OK to select NC Smartnet, and then I will choose my username. I will choose my ntrip mount point, or I will check my ntrip mount point to make sure that that's correct. In this case, I want to use, since we have full GNSS coverage in North Carolina, I want to use the MSM IMAX mount point, and I will press OK. And one other thing I might want to check is my network settings. So I can go to Settings, Connections, All Other Connections, and I'll just page over to my GS connections and press Edit, and I'll go to my RTK network and make sure that my network type matches my mount point. In this case, it would be IMAX, and I'll press OK, and I am ready to go to work in North Carolina.